Yeah, Bazball. Yeah, no, I think when you come into the first game of a series of, quite a long time off, I feel as it was important for me just to keep getting the message across again and just reminding people what, is, I feel, the most important thing within the group, which is the process over anything else at the moment. If we keep playing the way in which we're playing and we're executing, the things that we want to do well, then we're going to be giving ourselves an opportunity to win. And it's just another sign of us being able to do that and just always looking to put oppositions under pressure. So, although it probably does sound silly to say that the results aren't at the forefront of our mind and we've done really well, it's a more pleasing thing for me is that we've gone out there and we've been brave enough to execute everything that we want to do with the bat and with the ball this week.
Has it exceeded even your expectations, though, how quickly things have changed? The way you're playing, you think of that test in Grenada where it was really slowly and then it was longer in 17 or whatever it was. Has it exceeded even your expectations?
I don't really know if I don't think I really had any expectations, to be honest. It was just obviously something that when I took over, I just thought it would be a good opportunity for a slightly bigger change and as to the way that the team thinks about going out and playing tests. But yeah, in terms of being able to have the results in which we have against, some very high quality oppositions, I guess you could say, but sort of expectations and everything like that just keep blown out the water by the performances that not only the team are putting in, but also certain individuals have put in over the last 10 to 11 months.
Are you aware of the captaincy records that you set? Quickest in history to 10 victories?
I really said it before.
Reflect on that.
I think as much as it is me captaining the side, the team have obviously got to take a lot of credit for that. I think more than myself because I can sort of only go out there and say, can we try this? And then they say yes, but they've also got to execute everything, especially with the ball, and then just being brave enough to go out there and do it at the bat. A great example of that was the way that Zach and Ben Duckett went out and played in that very tricky period under the lights. To be 72 for 2. Comparing that to New Zealand in the same situation, I think we're 30 for 3. So yeah, not only have I got an unbelievable bowling attack to be able to captain, but I've also got a seriously skilled and very brave batting lineup to look at and just to go out and watch them play and express themselves in the manner that they do is, they've got to take a lot of credit for the sort of record that I've had so far as a captain.
And just to check, was it the plan from the moment that you were put in to declare after about 60 odd overs?
I think before we'd bowl the ball, you've always got to look at these day-night games as to giving yourself the best opportunity to bowl under the lights with the new ball. And obviously with the rate in which we try and go out and score, we always thought that if our batting lineup was able to do that and get some runs on the board, then we would give ourselves an opportunity to do that. I think 320 in the first innings is sort of a good score. Well, it is a good score anywhere in the world. And although we were 9 down and sort of didn't make a difference if we declared or not, we were still thinking about that if we were 6 or 7 down. And it looked like Robbo, Jimmy and Brodie were going to have to be out there in the bat. It made more sense to let them have the ball in the hand than a bat in the hand. So, yeah.
Last one for me. Do you remember missing out on selection for England under 15s? Was it because at the time you were too aggressive? Basically, the question being, have you always actually wanted to play this way and maybe be a bit ahead of your time?
I don't know, you'd have to ask whoever picked that team.
Do you remember missing out?
I do, yeah.
Surprised at the time?
Can't remember. I was disappointed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ali, and then we'll go Dolly and Chris.
Sorry if you asked this already. Stuart Broad and James Anderson, when they were left out in the Caribbean, I suppose it could have been easier as a new captain coming in to say, well, that decision's been made for me, we'll plough on ahead, thank them for the time and what have you. To see them still going now is obviously, you must be so chuffed with that kind of investment being repaid, and a word on those two.
Yeah, well, I think that having James Anderson and Stuart Broad on your side, and also as well Ollie Robinson, does make captaincy a lot easier because you just throw them the ball and away they go. They probably get your wicket. But not only I thought that they were brilliant this whole game with the ball, but I said last night in the dressing rooms that we've got a 40-year-old and a 36-year-old, setting the standard of what we're about in the field in terms of energy. Those guys, they'll bowl all day for you, but you see them run around the field. Brody last night, that 10-over spell, and every time that a ball got hit past him, he was sprinting after it to the field, all the way to the boundary, and Jimmy's always done that. And then you look at what they do when they've got the ball in their hand and how many games that they have won for England and probably will do going forward. They're setting a great example not only for us in the dressing room, but I think for just anyone who wants to look at having a long career in professional sport. Seeing them run in with 3 lines on their chest is great, and I don't really want to think it too far ahead as to when they might call time on their careers, because the way they're going at the moment, you sort of don't want to think about that. You just want to keep thinking about them taking wickets and seeing Stuart Broad ball spells like he did last night.
Can I just rewind you to when you hit your 6 to overtake Baz's record? I know you don't talk about a lot of records, but that's one you have spoken about. Was that a nice one, and do you think you're keeping that one warm for someone like Harry Brook with the way you guys play?
Yeah, honestly, I will say that I did know that I was on that for a long time, and I was blowing that one over because I didn't know if it was going to go or not. But when I seen it go over, it was like I just picked Brendan up and dropped him on the floor. So yeah, but look, I think Gaff said well done, and I went, oh, so Brookie will probably break it in the next 20 games or something like that with the way he's going. So yeah, I can't see it being around too long, especially if Harry Brook's in the side, which I imagine he will be for a long time going forward.
Stokesy?
Stuart said to us last night he felt like this squad was the strongest England have had since Andrew Strauss's captaincy, 10 odd years ago. You've got Jofra, Johnny, Mark Wood's come back in the summer. I mean, how good can this team get?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to have so many world-class players to have to choose from. It's probably going to end up being like a selection nightmare at some point, but you would much rather have that as myself as captain, Baz as coach as well. Yeah, it's a great thing to be thinking about going forward. The amount of world-class players that we've got, not only here at the moment, but also sat at home, recovering from injuries or whatever it may be, getting their workloads up and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, don't like to look too far ahead, but I think it'll be a good crop of players to be able to choose from when we come to the Ashes.
Ian, just a quick query. Would you rather this revolutionary style of cricket was called batsman or bean ball?
None. Just Test cricket.
Just Test cricket?
Yeah. English Test cricket, sorry.
Yeah. You would prefer neither of those terms, would?
Yeah, I thought me and Baz have said it enough to just let people die off, but it just keeps on popping back up. Although we have actually Rooty has actually stuck a little badge on Baz's bag saying Baz ball on it, so I'm not sure if he's picked that up yet, but he'll hate that. Yeah.
We do.
Does he hate it just because it puts credit onto him and he wants to give it all to the players? Is that why he hates it?
Yeah, I think so. He's just loves everyone else taking plaudits rather than himself. He was like that as a player, and pretty sure he's like that as a captain, and we've seen that. That's what he's like as a coach. Yeah, Bazball just doesn't have a really good ring to it, does it? So, yeah.
Brilliant. Cheers,
Sweet.
Ben.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.
Thank you. Cheers, guys. See you in Wellington.
See ya.
Enjoy.
Thank you very much.
You are stuck with it.